Hello and welcome to the next module of occupational lung diseases. This time we are talking about BYSSINOSIS. Now imagine a respiratory condition which is so bizarre that the most important characteristic of this respiratory condition is linked to the calendar, which means it has a periodicity such as when you walk into work on a Monday morning, within hours, your chest starts tightening up, you're shivering, you're fatigued, you feel exhausted, you're struggling to breathe, you may be wheezy, you may have a strong cough. As the week progresses, by Wednesday, same work, same place, same factory, but you're feeling relatively fine. So we are talking about a disease which has been found in the textile workers over centuries now. And initially, it was often thought that it was just a fatigue or an acclimatization of the worker to the environment. But now we know that the patient is actually undergoing an immunological process which is causing severe damage to the lung. So if you have workers who complain of certain complaints which seem to magically heal as the week progresses and just to come back when they start working the next week, this is the kind of disease we are looking at. So let's understand this disease, which is characterized by this Monday phenomenon. So BYSSINOSIS, the name is derived from a Greek word called byssos, which actually means flax. So this exactly tells us that historically it has been linked to flax processing, but it is a very specific occupational lung disease which is associated with textile industry, with textile dust. So it includes cotton, it includes flax, hemp, and all of this added causes BYSSINOSIS. Now, the origin of BYSSINOSIS, the recognition dates back to the 17th century when Ramazzini, who's essentially the godfather of occupational medicine, he started asking patients a very, very simple question: what is your trade? And that laid the foundation of finding out diseases which are because of their environment where people work. And further in 1831, Kay, who was a physician working in Manchester in England, he found out that in the booming textile industry, this highly specific work which was related to cotton was leading to certain symptoms. He termed it cotton spinner's phthisis. And he said that if the worker left the cotton mill, the cough improved immediately. But if he stayed in that environment over a long term, it became a severe persistent condition. And this uneasiness sensation that the patients kept on having behind the sternum, this kind of persisted. So it's a very old occupational lung disease which has been recognized. It's only towards 1845 that a detailed description of this disease started with a classic symptom pattern, the Monday phenomenon, where Moresca and Heyman, they documented that workers experience severe chest tightness and dyspnea and breathlessness specifically on Mondays or whatever is the first day they are back after the rest. So the workers said that they're getting habituated to their environment. It's habituation, but they felt that as they will work, they'll build a tolerance to the dust, and when they're back from work, it kind of came back. So the historical recognition is quite old, and after the 1840s, in 1860, the syndrome was formalized by Greenhow and his colleagues, where they investigated mortality in the textile workers in Lancaster, and they said that there is an asthma-like condition which occurs in these workers, and every Sunday they are primed for another attack on the Monday. So, especially in textile industry, if you're looking at patients, this disease is something that you must keep in your mind. So in India, we have a lot of textile industries and hubs, especially Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore belt, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and parts of West Bengal. So these are the epicenter of BYSSINOSIS in India. So what happens in occupational exposure related textiles is that the fibers, the dust in the fibers, which are in yarn, thread, fabric manufacturing industry, because of all the beating, carding, combing, spinning, twisting of all these fibers, they are in the environment, they are suspended. That's one source of the disease. And the other is cotton harvest.